Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. So 13 years ago, just around this time actually, I was in a very toxic relationship. I had a hard time breaking up with the girl who was using me because I fell for what economists call a sunk cost fallacy. I had already invested all this time, money, energy. My grades were suffering at school, and I needed something to show for it badly. But the more I tried to do it, the more I sunk, and it became a spiral almost. See, part of the problem with sunk cost fallacy is that it's bad enough to throw good money after bad, but now you have even more bad money to throw good money after, right? Every time around, right? And it becomes a big spiral. I run into that a lot. When I was working on my PhD, I had many hobbies that became like that. I had many friends that became like that, and to this day, I tend to do better about not doing that with a lot of other things, but I still cannot do that with. I still have a problem with the dating world in terms of sunk cost fallacy. Just before the pandemic, I had a relationship that was going nowhere, but it was it wasn't abusive or anything. We just weren't ready for each other at that stage in our lives. But I think both she and I suffered this kind of spiral, and the pandemic really helped us wake up from that. So that was a silver lining of that. I've had toxic jobs that became sunk cost kind of fallacies that I had a hard time leaving as well. One of the big reasons why I keep musing about becoming a billionaire is that if I could go to work for stuff other than money, right, for social connectivity and to do what I love to do, I think I could walk away from toxic jobs a whole lot better, right? Instead of thinking of it as a financial decision, it will be more like, oh, this isn't going to work, right? I walk away from dates a lot, right? And that's not a problem. I'm kind of hesitating on asking this girl out on a date. I'm going to have to think hard about it this week. The reason I don't want things to get started with her is I don't want to fall for this fallacy again. I have a tendency, all of my relationships, and to a lesser extent, all those toxic jobs that I've been in, have spiraled out of control at the end with this trying to chase good money after bad. And I'm going to have to think hard about how to prevent this spiral from going on. I've kind of made it a rule that I have to go out by myself as often as I go out with the girl, so that when I walk away, I'm not going to be walking away empty-handed. That's been kind of my rule as of late. Although I wonder if my relationship to myself is a giant sunk cost fallacy that I haven't yet resolved, right? It's hard to say, right?